I want to bring in on this America First Action spokesperson, Steve Cortes. And Steve, I got to be quite frank with you. I'm very frustrated that the history and the struggles of blacks and Hispanics always seem to be usurped to push stuff like climate change spending. At the end of the day, throwing more money at this, $7 trillion, Steve, is this going to give people skills to get the jobs that are out there?
No, that kind of a top-down, government-led, central planned program will not work. And by the way, Joe Biden has no credibility when it comes to this issue, because when he was vice president, under the slow-growth Obama years, the sluggish recovery of the Obama years, the wealth disparity, Charles, between minority households and white households was exacerbated. It widened throughout the Obama presidency. What did we see once President Trump took office? We saw the exact opposite. We saw, as a matter of fact, Hispanic men leap all the way to the front of wage gains during the Trump boom, all the way into the unfortunate events of the China flu, the China virus, which crashed the global economy. So I think he lacks credibility here. And I think, moreover, this plan from Joe Biden is further evidence that he is not a moderate. The media wants us to believe the myth that he's a centrist candidate and that he's going to be economically pragmatic. We see, in point of fact, the opposite. Right. He is in many ways an empty vessel that is being used by radicals, people like AOC and her squad, to push extreme agendas that will crash the American economy, and that's the reality.
You know, the point you bring up about him being a moderate, I think the reason that's important is that most people understand that, to your point, we did extremely well the last 3.5 years with lower taxes, fewer regulations. We finally saw blue-collar workers get a real raises that wages, that outperformed inflation. But no matter what, I mean, they're talking about some serious taxes here, Steve, that I'm really more afraid of than anything else. I think, they're going to go after businesses, rich people, and anything else that's not nailed down.
No, absolutely. And by the way, I'll give you a very specific example, and that is energy. He has already pledged, Joe Biden has, to eliminate fracking. He has said that he will institute AOC's Green New Deal, which would crush the American energy sector. And American energy, by the way, has been incredibly impactful for a lot of the strivers out there, a lot of people who might not have an advanced degree but work hard and started making a lot of money in places like Western Pennsylvania, North Dakota, and places like New Mexico, where a lot of Hispanics working in the energy industry are making six figures a year. That will go away under Joe Biden's America, and we can't let that happen.
You know, we reached out to you yesterday. You couldn't come on, but I got to bring up this boycott of Goya. I think it's certainly shining some light on this, unending the depths of this cancellation culture. When you have Hispanic lawmakers, Julian Castro and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, actually trying to put the largest Hispanic business in America out of business, I can't even begin to wrap my mind around the logic of that.
No, Charles, it's just shameful. I was very proud to be at that event in the Rose Garden where Bob Unanue, who is the chairman of Goya, spoke. And because he dared to say some pleasant things about the president of the United States, these radicals like AOC, like you mentioned, and Castro tried to cancel not just him, but his entire company, which includes 4,500 American employees, many of them Hispanic. So we should be celebrating that kind of success, not trying to punish it just because a CEO might privately have a political opinion that we disagree with.
Hey, Steve, I got 30 seconds. I want to get back to the combination of things President Trump used to get this economy going. Will we be able to do that during the COVID-19 pandemic, or do we need a vaccine to be able to really get back and build on that momentum we had in January and February?
Well, I think we're already seeing the evidence that we can do it. Of course, we hope and pray for a vaccine. But even without the vaccine, if you look at the recent data, Charles, it shows that this great American comeback has already begun with gusto. So it is already happening, and it will accelerate, I believe, once people are assured that President Trump is going to be reelected and the Trump boom 2.0 becomes a reality.
Steve, don't be a stranger, my friend. Great to see you. Nice conversation. Appreciate it.